This is something I also wanted to share with you guys. This is a P&G gapper. You can see here's the box. This is a Model 300. It's a really neat device. I mean, they were made back in the 50s. Has a bunch of neat features. These are different barrels, and these are the little feet, depending on what application you're using. There's a whole series that come with the Model 300. That's why I like the 300s. But what it does, and here's the actual unit. It's as you can see, a dial indicator up on top, and this plunger, as you see, moves independently of the body. The body's right here. This is this plunger, and the plunger has a little hook here. This actually, the rocker tip rests on this plunger, and what this does is, here, I'll just show you. So you kind of push down on this, and this seats, and also if this isn't the right size, you put one of these different feet on the bottom that will fit to a number of different sizes. But you rest this on your valve retainer, and what this does is that the spring-loaded pressure pulls up if you have play in the rocker like this one has. So you can slide this in place. Well, I'll go over here, it's a little slippery. You can slide this in place, and what you can do is, by pulling down on the rocker and making contact with the rocker tip to the valve, you can zero your dial indicator there, so that you know when it's closed, it's zero. So then you can rotate your engine over, and as you rotate the engine, you can find the maximum opening of the valves. That point where they're 20 thousandths or plus, and you can see with the dial indicator it'll go to maximum, and as you keep rotating it'll start closing. So you'll go back to maximum, and then you'll actually adjust your clearance watching this gauge within a quarter of a thousandths. And a quarter of a thousandths at half a thousandths, it doesn't seem like a lot, but when you can get all valves that close to each other, you can really make an engine, especially these little pushrod engines that you find in British cars, very smooth, and it really makes a difference. And what's really nice is, you have to check your valves every so many oil changes. It's nice also to see how's your cam wear, or if you have cam wear, because you can see if this is closing, that means that your valve is, if this gap is closing, that means that your valve is recessing. Or if that gap is getting larger, you're getting wear on the other end, either the lift or the cam, or even a rocker tip. So if you find one that's wearing more than the others, there's a problem somewhere. So it's one of my favorite tools. A friend of mine, I was at a swap meet, he asked me to look for one, and oddly enough I found it, and after studying it, I just knew I had to have one, so I looked on eBay and found one for myself. It's just a device I just wanted to share. It's a P&G gapper, Model 300. There's a similar to this, longer body. I think it's a 121 and 111. I'm not as big a fan of them because it's not as compact. You don't have the feet. And what's neat about this one also is that you can screw in this little flexible cable here on the side of the indicator. So you can actually, if you want to, you can put it on an engine that's idling, and you can, when you press down on this little device, you can actually lock the highest reading. So I know it really shortens down valve adjustments on any engine, not just British cars. It's one of my favorite tools. I really enjoyed owning it. They're very well made. They were made from the 50s till probably, oh boy, early 70s. But then the company went defunct. But really neat P&G valve gapper. And I'll show you that emblem again. So if you want to Google it yourself and find it on eBay, it's P&G valve gapper. And made in Portland, Oregon. So anyway, thought I'd share.